welcome. What are you doing, Ken? What are you doing there? Episode 16, Season 2 of the Plastic Crack podcast with me, Dom from Boots on the Table. Ken over in the corner. He says he's French nut, but he's not really. He's moved on to all sorts of other things. From Miniature Wargaming Warriors. Got Steve down the bottom there, who you can actually see and hear directly from. He's not just a blurry image in the bottom there from On Point HQ.
I'm now I've upgraded the 21st century.
How is he out of sync again?
That was still out of sync, just for old time's sake. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. And below me, I've got Martin, seventh son.
Hello.
The Git.
Hello. The Git.
Otherwise known as
Come
the
on.
Git.
Come on. He doesn't like an otter.
Can someone just take a recording of that, please? Who doesn't like an offer? And our special guest tonight, we have Travis from Tabletop CP, who is a winner of the first annual Caesar Awards from last night. Was it last night, Travis, that they gave you that award?
I think it was Saturday night.
Saturday night.
No, so that 2 nights ago, yeah.
Bloody hell. Well, congratulations.
Yeah,
and
thanks.
It's
Super
fantastic you're doing your first public visit to, amongst all the paparazzi. We beat off all the competition to have you on the show tonight.
We got an exclusive.
Yeah.
It worked out well.
Pure chance, I have to say. Anyway, lots of people in the chat. Thanks very much for everyone who's joining us. I'm not going to go through every single name because it just takes flipping ever, which is lovely. But a few favourites there. You can see Carl from Mezz's Miniatures, are a sponsor for the show. So check him out. We've also got Tim, Louis, Evil Jim Reaper is here. Yorkshire Dragoon, Ham and Jam, hiya. And I'm going to say, I'm not going to go through every single person here, but welcome. Thanks very much indeed. It's really good to have you because it's actually quite a nice night here in the UK. Don't know about. We're not going to ask Travis at the moment because he's in California and it's beautiful there all the time. It always is.
It gets hot as hell here too, so it's not perfect all the time. It'll be up in the hundreds here in a month or so.
Yeah,
actually, Ken would just melt at that point, wouldn't you, mate?
Yeah, I have red hair, and I'm not pale for no other reason. I hate the sun.
And Steve doesn't know what the sun is because he's from up north. So it's all.
It's quite alien up here. The sun. No.
So, what have we been working on then? What's been going on? Let's have a go around the table. Travis, what you been working on, mate?
It's my ACW project still. It's coming to an end now. I got seven skirmishers left, and then I got these horse holders for when I dismount my cavalry.
Excellent.
And that's it. I'll be done with that, and I think after that I'm going to start working on some. I've had this World War II winter project I've been working on for like over a year. And it's always been a side project, and I finally decided I just need to get it done. I'm so close. It's down to pretty much terrain and maybe 7 or 8 guys. But
nice.
All the terrain has to be redone. New winter roads, new winter fences, everything has to be redone in winter. And that's kind of been the big stumbling block for me. Is I just haven't had the motivation to redo every piece of terrain I have a second time in winter. But I told myself when I got done with this ACW project, I was just gonna buckle down and finish that winter stuff up. So that'll be coming up here probably in a couple of weeks.
Nice. Do you find that a real pressure now because of your tables all look fantastic, and when you're showing the games, the terrain all looks brilliant. And I have to say, in preparation for this, I did go back and look at one of your first battle reports. It wasn't quite like that. It gave us all hope that do these things. But do you find that real pressure now? Do you have to maintain that level of terrain and whatnot?
I don't think so. I don't look at it as pressure at all. I just look at it as part of the hobby. I enjoy doing it, so it's just something I enjoy doing. So I don't have any. Plus, I have so much stuff already. It doesn't matter if I take a long time to do something because I got so many different periods and games to play with minis and terrain already ready to go that, I can work on something for a long time in the background and take my time with it.
Sweet. I'm loving the journey you're doing with these fellas. This looks really good. Your reps.
Yeah, they've come along a lot faster than I thought they would. I thought maybe having to do a bunch of different colors was going to take a lot longer, but it really didn't. So I've ordered some union guys too already, so I'm going to eventually get around to doing that side. But
sweet.
For now, I'll do these. We'll do the winter stuff, and then we'll probably start working on the good guy side later this year.
And you've been doing your Western stuff, Dead Man's Hand.
Yep. Yeah, down to I'm pretty much done with that project. I needed these 3 guys here to give me an even amount of support, or not support, but variety of weapons. So now I have 4 guys with repeaters.
Yeah.
I got 4 guys with rifles. I got 4 with shotguns, quite a bit with double pistols, and then a bunch of guys just with pistols. Most of the terrain's done, so that project's about done as well.
We're all loving that.
Yeah, that's the last
guy, and that's your last one.
Yep, that Josie Wales. I've been waiting for that. Knuckle Duster has been teasing that for a long time, and they finally came out with the set, and I was able to get it. And that's been the last Western mini that I've been wanting to get, and so I got it now, and I'll finish him up. I'm still contemplating if I should buy a bank. I probably will. That Sarissa bank that they make looks pretty sweet.
Yeah,
I gotta have some kind of objective or something to go after. Then, of course, some gallows as well.
And we all know Martin's to blame for everything in this hobby, and partially Dead Man's Hand is down to Martin as well, isn't it? For you.
Yeah. I used his videos. I watched his intro videos that he did 3 or 4 times, and they were so well done that I was pretty much able to play the game, barely even looking at the rules. Which the rules are pretty simple, but having seen it played through is a big help.
Damn.
Awesome.
Did a good thing.
It's such a good game though. Do you know what? I've still never played. Anyone who's played that game, I thought Ken might get out of it for a while, but he buckled as well. But everyone who's played it, who I know, who I've played it with, has gone and bought a gang because it's so straightforward and it's not a big investment. It's not massively time intrusive. It's a really great game to play. I don't know anyone who's played it who hasn't bought it. Someone in the comments now is going to go, "No, I didn't."
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic. Should also say before we go too far, thanks to everybody who's watching this on replay, because so Ken gets very upset if we don't remember to do that. So well done.
I remember you.
You remember me. But since you're talking, Ken, what have you been working on, mate?
Well, buying a house being the main aspect of my life this last week, which has been a
How's that going?
Yes. Let's just say yes.
Yes. Okay.
I did manage to get some painting in, and this is probably one of my favourite models I've actually ever painted. I'm so happy with the paint scheme. So, Númenórean from Lord of the Rings. People will know that I've been. I'll see if I can get it on screen. Starting these magazines, these beautiful magazines I missed out on. I have all the magazines, including all the special edition ones that were released if you only bought like the Lord of the Rings special edition thing when it come out. But this Númenórean, it's a mixture. There's actually no contrast paint on him.
Oh, hell, Ken, what's going on?
Bloody hell.
I airbrushed him. So I was airbrushed, did some Xenophil highlighting. Left the shield pretty much as it is. I put a very light mist grey, so you can probably see little particles of that on the shield over the whole miniature, just to make the black pop a little bit. But that's the back.
I really like him.
That's his cloak, and I'm just working on the other 4 now, and then I've got some elves to do. But that's about as much painting as I've got done this week. But I managed to complete something, so I was rather happy, to be fair. And going forward, I've still got the old ships, the Japanese ships sitting there ready to go in between bits and bobs. So I'm working on that, and I'm probably going to move on to do an ECW on the side as well.
An ECW on the side, I love it. Sounds like some sort of buffet. Right, Steve. I know you've been going great guns with your project, mate, haven't you?
Well, I finished the first. There we go. The first 5 from the US Airborne, based in Bastogne. Very happy with these. Spent quite a bit of time on them actually. Didn't just fly through them like I normally do. I had to rebase them. I had a base in disaster.
What?
Don't mix.
You had a base
Yeah,
in
Oh
disaster?
yes, I did.
We did have a long conversation around the snow factor, didn't we?
It's a big factor. You've got to think of it's not an easy decision. You have to really think of it.
I initially used tea. I have a tea bag, and it reacted. It reacted really badly with the snow, and it went yellow, and it looked like someone had had a diuretic accident all over the bases. So I completely rebuilt. It looked like crap, to be fair, all over the base. So I changed it and I used actually. I got some snow advice from Martin. He gave me some advice on the old
Colombian special.
No, it was the Army Painter snow product with PVA. Oh, it's so good to work with, and it looks the part. But those figures, they're all, every single one every single figure there is kit bashed from
Germans.
2 or 3 different kits. I'm using Winter German, I'm using Airborne, I'm using US Infantry. There's even a British Airborne arm in there as well. So there's just bits and pieces from.
Oh no!
Well.
I'm working on.
No, he's back.
Steve?
No, he's not. What?
It was all going so well. Oh my god!
And then the dial-up again.
It's
That-
he's gone.
No, I'm back.
Oh,
I'm back, aren't I?
He's back. He's there.
Yeah.
He's there. God damn.
No, because on my screen, Martin vanished as well.
No, Martin was here.
I was here. I think it was.
No, I think it was there. I think it must have been your internet, mate. Never mind. It worked. We got it. Oh, he's frozen again. Look.
Even out, he's just really good at like pulling a my face. I don't know which one.
It's a Jedi mind thing, isn't it? Anyway, let's move on. While he's trying to reconnect his cables. Martin, what have you been up to, mate?
What have I been doing? So I went and worked on a unit that I had outstanding for muskets and tomahawks for the French-Indian War, which is my 2nd Battalion Lasserre Regiment, Grenadiers for my French. So those were a lot of I had a lot of fun painting those, actually, even though they're white. They're Crusader miniatures. They didn't require a great deal of cleanup, but I've painted a few Crusader things before for role-playing games, but I'd never done a unit. And then I already had that base done for from war bases. So, but that's the first movement tray I've painted, I think, in about 6 or 7 years, because I normally just do multi-stand.
Yeah.
So, so that was fun. Again, trying to make sure that they could actually get in and out and nothing clogged them up. But yeah, I had a great deal of fun. It has been pointed out to me now on a forum. I say for a Facebook page that apparently the French Grenadiers didn't have the bearskins in the French-Indian War in 1759. To which my response was, "It's fine." Might not have been the response I said privately to Ken.
It was a lot fruitier than that, actually, Martin. But there you go.
No, I tell you what, I really enjoyed. I'm going to because my whole army is made up of Canadian militia and woodland Indians. So I really wanted to get these put together. So no, I had a lot of fun. So I'm going to be putting together some standard French infantry, but I've also been kit bashing. I've taken a nod from Steve. So I've been, because I'm back working on the Wars of the Roses at the minute, I'm sticking together, trying to create different types of nobles and captains. So here we have this one, which is a little bit of a sneak peek. This is going to be the Bastard of Falkenberg. That is actually his title. But there's a mixture of 3 different Perry kits and a head from Warlord Games. Now, believe it or not,
I saw him down the bus stop the other day. That guy.
Someone said he looked like who's it? Henry Cooper.
It does a bit, right?
I know. So he does. But no, a great deal of fun doing him. And then I was working on this one last night, who I'm actually painting up right now. So this one here, I cut away, did it so he's holding the helmet, gave him a new weapon stop, and had to green stuff some hair on to give him that weird Dumb and Dumber style haircut that they all had. So and this is gonna be Sir Geoffrey Gates, who I'm just painting right now. So yeah, so I had a lot of fun.
It's like that film The King, isn't it? He's got that haircut.
Yeah, it's apart from this is vaguely historically accurate.
Love it.
I love one.
I don't know.
Great.
I'm feeling real peer pressure to do some kit bashing, and I'm just shit at it. So
why don't you kit bash together a shrew and otter?
Yes, out of metal.
Yeah, thanks for that one, Martin. And you know what? The audience is just as bad as you. That is one of the fastest watched videos I've had on the channel in many a time. It went absolutely bananas, and the number of people who just took delight in what you did to me. You get.
I know. Get those numbers up.
Yeah.
Hey,
to be fair,
I've got to catch up with you guys somehow.
To be fair, I know things like that. Steen knew about it. Steen knew I was going to do it, and he agreed wholeheartedly with it.
Steve, I thought better of you, frankly, mate. You know, may your couscous rot on your bases.
No, it was quite early in the morning, and I'd only had one cup of coffee, so I wasn't quite thinking.
It was very early, actually, weren't it?
It was very early.
It was like hot. The kids had got me up. It was like 6:30 a.m. when I messaged it.
Oh my god!
It's like I've had a great. I sat there going, I've had a great idea. I'm going to stitch up Tom.
For those who don't know, I got stitched up right royally with this thing.
Head over to your channel to watch it, Dom.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I am on my channel, mate, so it's fine. But yeah, this is an otter in a pirate's outfit.
You got to have a proper, because he's got a bandana. You got to have some proper decoration on that bandana.
Oh,
and
yes.
Also, the one I thought was really cool actually was the washerwoman with the frying pan and the rolling pin.
Oh yeah, she's clearly in charge. She's the leader.
I mean, that's the group leader for sure.
The great thing about that game, you can make any of them your leader, so she could be your leader.
I want to see Tartan, Dom. I want to see Tartan.
Where the sun don't shine, mate.
Give her a gingham dress.
You gits, all of you gits, all of you.
So hey,
I know you get to talk to Travis.
Is Martin going to be playing with that French and Indian war stuff? Are you doing sharp practice or muskets and tomahawks?
Muskets and tomahawks, but my plan is to start playing some sharp practice. So I'm going to start painting up some more French infantry and get some more regular stuff in there. But there isn't a massive amount of manufacturers, which I've noticed for it. With models there were some quite vast scale differences. But I was looking at casting room miniatures, which I think is an offshoot of Foundry, isn't it? So they've got some.
Don't know them.
Nice one. They've. I think they're an offshoot of Foundry. But they've got some. They're very, very similar. They've got some stuff on there. So no, hopefully, sharp practice will be coming at some point.
Does musket and tomahawks, is that a smaller scale? Sharp practice takes about 40, 50 guys. I'm not sure if. Yeah,
it's slightly smaller than that. It's not much smaller, but the group sizes are much the same. So they're like 8s and 6s and stuff. But it's generally played on a smaller table as well, 4x4s or something like that. And it's I like both actually. I like sharp practice, but I also like muskets and tomahawks. So
I haven't tried muskets and tomahawks yet.
Oh, you're missing out.
That's a great.
You're missing out. What a game!
I got the minis already, so that's over half the battle there. All I gotta do is get the rules. That's what I like about the historical games. You can play. I mean, if you have the minis, they don't change. From rule set to rule set. And we were just playing. We just did a game of Saga last night. Johnny came over and we played that Saga: Age of Hannibal. That was a really fun game. Very small scale.
I love Saga. My only problem with it makes my head hurt. You have to think so flipping hard with it. But
with the board.
Yeah, just thinking through what you're going to do and then what the opponent can do. But I do like Saga a lot. I haven't played Hannibal, to be honest. But that's
the only one I played the original Saga 10 years ago whenever it came out one time, and then we just did Age of Hannibal, so I don't really know how much different it is than normal Saga because I haven't played normal Saga in a long time, but it's a really fun game. Get the Romans back out again.
From what some of the guys at my club talk about, it's the game's pretty similar. Although with Hannibal, you can increase the size of the battles. You can have these big battles, and you can have these.
Yeah, they have. I guess they have a special rule or some special rules on making bigger battles. So like 16 points, I think they said, which would be like 16 different units, which would be a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's good fun. I played. I also liked Age of Magic, Saga Age of Magic as well, which is really good fun.
Yeah, I've got tried that either.
Yeah,
I got some of the. I've got loads of miniatures on one side for that because, of course, I've got all these old fantasy models. So one day I'm going to crack that out again. I don't know why we haven't played it because we've got absolutely everything for it.
It's good fun because it kind of balances out. I don't want magic and things to be too powerful, and it sort of gets it just about right. There's a bit of magic in there. There's the special, big creatures and what have you, and it just seems to work actually as a game. I really like it. But yeah, I don't play much fantasy, but that I do enjoy. Although obviously I'm now going to be the burrows and badges. Apparently, James says casting room was all the Foundry minis before when they stopped doing the classic range and when the original owners left. So yeah, you're right, Martin.
Okay, cool.
Blah, blah, blah. What have I been working? I've done a reason amount this week. I finished off this Neapolitan unit. I think I showed part of that last time. This is the 7th Kingdom of Naples Infantry Battalion, which was all black, which is an amazing story. I'll tell the story. I think I said it last week, but they were originally in the French army, where they were considered to be the worst in the French army. Worst regiment. They transferred to Naples when Murat took charge and became the best regiment in the Naples army. Go figure.
What does that say about the Naples army?
Yeah, it just says they were absolute shit, to be honest, which is kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to do them, because I'm satisfied. They were described as chocolate box figures, chocolate box soldiers, but some of the worst in Europe. So this is the 8th Regiment, which is just reminds me of that old advert, just one cornetto, because they're just pink. I don't know whether they were really pink. I looked up lots of sources, but they ranged from a nice vivid pink through to a sort of slightly boring red. So I went with the exciting pink because it seemed to be the best thing to do, really.
Don, when you post them, what they reminded me of? Do you remember in the early 90s? Do you remember shell suits in the early 90s?
Yes, you're right. Yes, you're right.
I'm gladly too young. I'm too young for that, thank Christ. So,
yeah, probably.
Oh, yeah. We'll move on.
Move on. I did another Hobble House. There's another one of my Hobble Houses.
Cool.
Quite pleased with that. Came out all right. That's from the Papalot set that I've got, which I'm slowly working my way through. And then I did a group of skirmishers, because you can have too many skirmishers, can you?
No.
That's what I've been working on. So yeah, plenty going on. Let's see what people are saying in the chat. I might have known. Carl says he had a lovely yellow and green shell suit. Of course you did, mate. Of course you did. Leslie wants to know if you know anything about badgers and burrows, Travis.
Only what I've learned on this show. Something about
that's probably too much, mate. Probably too much, if you ask me.
I was very surprised to hear that Steve was doing them. That was the most surprising thing.
I think I may have taken a blow to the head that day. I think I wasn't quite thinking straight. And next thing you know, I've got the rule book, so I thought it was rude not to. I'm looking forward to it just for the go for the shits and giggles. Really, I think it's going to be something completely different.
It's a hilarious game. It's just really good fun to play. It's a good giggle.
Dear, oh dear. So we got modelling for Advantage Kaiser's in the house. Hiya, mate. Friends of General Haig. Trouble is, when I go back through the chat, you look at things, and they're referring to things that have already been said, and I can't remember what they were that were said. You've upset String. Kenny says, no, must leave my Lord of the Rings magazines and figures in storage.
No. It's precious.
Oh, God.
And Hamster says, I'll be sure that's Ken and not some alien doppelganger. Probably. Yeah, I mean,
I love Lord of the Rings, man. I love it. Martin's definitely a secret Lord of the Rings fan. He loves it.
I'm not a secret Lord of the Rings fan. I'm a massive. Me and my business partner have long conversations in the car to cite about like the finer parts of Tolkien's mythos, and the guys are sitting in the back looking like they want to die.
And they can't say anything because you're the boss.
Oh, they say it. Don't worry, they say it. They still say it.
Oh dear. First yellow card of the night goes to String. How's the stoked, Dom? Just shut up, please. Please keep it quiet.
He's an otter.
Yeah, it's an otter. Actually, it's an otter. I said it was a stoke, but it wasn't. It's an otter. How could I be so silly? I mean, I'm so unfamiliar with animals with sabers or cutlasses. Jesus. Matt says, was it basing disaster? Did you overcook the couscous? No, it was tea. It was tea.
No, it was tea, and because the snow I used to use was a mixture of bicarbonate of soda and PVA glue. It was like the world's worst science experiment on a base, and it was just a disaster. I've largely forgotten about it now, and they look rather. I went back to my old technique, and they look rather spiffy now. But no more tea as a basing material. No.
I just like to say, you all took the piss out of me when I was having such a hard time going. No, it's got to be just right. You can't. You all took the piss, and now look. See, it's not as straightforward.
You just go to Woodland Scenics. You get the snow. You stick it down, and you think it's fine. Jesus, what's the fun?
You just don't do snow.
Well, that's the other route. Yeah.
What are you using for snow?
Oh, don't get him started, Travis.
Well, I'm using. I don't know if I was cut off before, but I'm using the army painter stuff.
Okay.
Mix
this stuff here.
I've mixed it with PVA.
Oh, from Vallejo.
This stuff is.
Oh
amazing.
no, mine.
Yeah.
I use. That's what I've been using. The army painter one.
Is that so? That's like a paste.
No, it's very, very fine granules. And I mix it about 60-40 with PVA, and then while it's drying, I take some of the granules and just sprinkle it over, so it gives that sort of a 3D rough feeling.
Yeah.
But I've never used it before, but Martin recommended it, and really, really good.
That's how I do it. Well, I use this. This stuff is like a paste. So it's
the Vallejo stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you just put it on there, and it dries hard. And I do the same thing. I have some powder that I sprinkle over it to make it look like it's glistening a little bit, maybe like fresh snow just fell.
Yeah.
Well, it works really good. And then you can dab it onto the knees and the elbows and parts of the body where it might be hitting the snow. I hadn't
try that. That sounds really good.
I tried a paste that you have to add stuff to would be an extra step for sure.
Yeah, so that would be the stuff I use in the very strange looking packet. So I use the Chrysel Superior Scale Model Snow and Ice Effects, which is basically pretty much. But basically, you add that to like a resin, like a polymer, and mix it together. And then depending on, you can either do it as a slush, or you can it goes sort of rubbery. And then you can put the footprints in it, but then it dries nice and glistening. And then you can sprinkle some on the top afterwards. It
wouldn't get through customs very easily. Let's put it.
It would not. It is a UK based company, fortunately.
Draw some attention.
Dear. So there was much hilarity to you dropping out, Steve. Travis on the other side of the planet has a better connection than Steve. He's actually got a really good signal. I mean, we've never seen Steve look so good.
No, do you know what it was? It was literally my internet just it crapped out for about 30 seconds for just no reason whatsoever. But no, I am back. I am back.
Wouldn't happen if you had Virgin, would it? Ooh.
Yes. 172nd Napoleonic said before he lags out, get him to tell us the secret project. He was probably just about to say it, and then someone pulled the cable. So
no. Basket. He's still not saying it. You better advance that. You better advance that project this week, Steve.
I am. I'm still working on it. I had an Agrax disaster with one of them. I can't face going back to it because it's. I don't know what happened. No, sometimes Agrax, for like 99 times out of 100, it's perfect, and then one time you use it and it comes out like mud. It just completely gunged up one of my figures. So, but now the secret project is still ongoing.
Did you hear the challenge last week, Steve? Or did you miss that bit when you were watching on the replay? Did you not catch that? We may have suggested that everyone has a go at guessing what you're trying to do, and the person that wins, you'll base an army for them. Something like that.
I'm up for that.
Oh, he's that confident.
Oh, he's really confident, isn't it? It must be something really bizarre.
To be fair, everyone's going to be right. It's secret, and for me because it's not something nobody would expect me to do. But when I do reveal it, you're probably not going to beat me to death for keeping you in suspense for just no reason whatsoever. You might find it the dullest thing in the world, but it's still a secret project.
It's going to be a packet of Space Marines, isn't it? It's going to be.
Oh.
Pick him off the channel, Rick. Oh dear. Grandad's Art Space says he doesn't think the button counters will accept the green hair, Martin. I think you're probably right. That figure was. Where is he?
Oh, the
green stuff.
I thought you meant French. Why not? It could be seaweed. He could have just it's come out of the ground out of water.
Yeah, not sure that's going to work, mate. I'm not sure that's going to work. And Seventh Son, Nick Game says your nobleman looks like Vinnie Jones. It's true. There's a bit of that.
Yeah,
definitely.
To be fair, I wanted him to look, a bit.
He does look well hard, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Very good. What else we got? Thank you very much, Drew. Thank you. Thank you very much. Nick says Steve should kit bash some Landschnicks. What would you put on them? You did put some turnip heads on some, didn't you?
Oh, God, yeah, I did. I can't see it, but that's a kit bar. That's a turnip 28 Landschneck.
Oh my God! There you go.
I tell you what, with the turnip 28 rules coming out last week, there's been some absolutely insane creations on Instagram for turnip 28. People's minds are just going completely. There's some absolute lunatic creations out there, but I very much approve of them.
Jesus. And Craig is concerned about you, Travis. He's saying you're in need of a good paint shaker. The rate you're going, you give yourself carpal tunnel syndrome for all the shaking you do.
Yeah, possibly. I know Craig. I played with Craig before, so he lives here by me. He's always worried about me hurting my wrist shaking paint.
Most people get worried about Ken doing that, but it's nothing to do with the paint. Right. Had to go there, didn't I? So, Travis, we got you on. Tell us a little bit about your journey. How did you get into gaming? How did you get into particularly historic gaming, and what was your journey?
Well, like most people, I started with 40K back in like 4th edition, I think. Early 2000s, whatever edition was happening then. And I didn't even know that historical wargaming existed. Because I was always a history nerd growing up, and I saw, I built models, like 135 scale models, and once you're done with them, what do you do with them? It's like, well, I just got all these models sitting here. I can't do anything with them. And then when I found out about 40K, So I'm like, this is pretty cool. So I can, I enjoy painting and I enjoy building, and now I can actually do something with these models instead of just hanging them off the ceiling. And so I played 40K for years, and just it kept getting more and more complex, man. It was like we were spending more time in the rule book than we were playing the game, and a game would take us 5 or 6 hours, and we get through like 2 or 3 turns, and then we we're like, we can't do this. This is too much. And then we found Flames of War. There is a historical game, so we did that, and that started getting too complex. We were diving in the rule book a lot in 3rd edition Flames of War, and then we found bolt action. It's like, hey, this is what we're talking about, because it's pretty easy. You're not in the rule book the whole game, and you can get your painting and your modeling fix, and you can use them on the table. So we dived into bolt action, and that led to chain of command, and that led to sharp practice, and just opened up a whole new world for us. Just finding that Flames of War back in 3rd edition just changed everything for us.
Flames of War, because Steve, Flames of War is what got me into historicals, and Steve, it was something similar for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I was away from the hobby for years, and then 2004, a mate contacted me and said, "Look, we've found this World War II game. Do you fancy starting it?" And that was me back in the hobby from that point on. Really enjoyed it. I didn't play it after we got the 2nd ed rule book, but we didn't really play a lot of that. And then we moved on to War Machine, and then started playing bolt action. So it wasn't a lot, but it was a great game, and I loved the miniatures. I loved painting them. It was a great game. It was a great system.
Interesting. I've never done Flames of War.
No, same. Snap.
Yeah, it was pretty good. But it had a lot of complex rules in it. And
yeah.
It was just that same problem as diving into the rule book, and what's the point if you're just spending all your time looking at the book?
Yeah,
I think it's meant to be quite streamlined now because they released a new edition.
The 4th edition I heard is.
I've got the 2 rule books behind me, and the 4th edition one is like a quarter of the size of the other one. So,
I still have all my 15 mil armies for it. I never got rid of those, so I could try 4th edition, or I was probably more thinking along the lines of trying another kind of a larger scale World War II game like Battleground or O Group, something I can use those 15 mils. With.
Yeah, bolt action is definitely the way, though, isn't it? For for intro into historicals, it's the game.
It does seem to be very much one of those entry-level games, doesn't it? For a lot of people who move out of 40K or fantasy of some sort, they go into bolt action. Does seem to be one of the games that push people into it.
It seems to be that's kind of the order that a lot of the people that I know who game all have the same story I have. They start in 40K, they go to bolt action, and they never go back to 40K because there's really no reason to.
No. It's always, the American gaming scene is a bit different to it is on this side of the pond, isn't it? I mean, here it's more around clubs as a whole, whereas I think for you guys it's more around the groups you get to know in your local area, so people play at each other's homes, and also around shops, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all based around stores. We don't have clubs. I mean, there are a few, I'm sure, but like Little Wars TV, that's a club. But as far as other gaming clubs, I'm sure they're around, but normally it's based around the store near where you live and what's being played there. That's kind of what you play.
Yeah, I was going to say, because that must really push you into the direction of one thing or another. Because if the store doesn't do bolt action, you're not going to do bolt action, are you?
Nope. Yeah, and we got lucky. We have a local game store here that my friend Joe runs called Ogre's Den, and I mean he does 40K as well, but he was big in, or he still is big into historical stuff. So we had a lot of bolt action events there, tournaments, campaign type things. And that was cool because people from all over the place would show up there, and we kind of started to get to know each other. And then the pandemic came, and bad time for it because I had a bunch of I had a Warlords of Erewhon campaign I was going to run down there, and we had a bolt action event that was going to happen, and then that just all got canceled.
Yeah. We got blitzed. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Jason. He says he recognises Travis, but who are the other fellas? No idea. Came along. No idea. And Richard said, is that Travis from the award-winning Tabletop CP?
Yeah.
Yep, it is.
Yeah, I know, Richard.
I thought you might.
Richard.
I had the feeling of somebody you knew.
Yeah.
We should also say congrats to Nick from Medieval Warrior, because he also won an award last on the Caesar Awards. He often pops along. Haven't seen him for a little while, but congrats to him. So it's great. Really nice, that kind of thing. Really nice to see the awards and what have you. Really good of those guys.
Yeah, they did. I don't know if you guys did you guys see that award show?
I didn't watch it all. I watched through bits of it. They did it very well, I have to say. The whole sort of Oscars mock-up. It was really quite well done.
I was blown away by that. They had even one of their guys did a whole song and dance act at the beginning.
Yeah, that was a bit weird. I was a bit worried that Ken might see that and start singing.
Yeah, that was something. They really did a good job on that.
I think it actually went more professionally than the real Oscars did, I think, from what
probably.
I saw.
Probably more entertaining.
Well, didn't they change the order that they did everything? That isn't it like some big hoo-ha because they announced best film or something at the start of the Oscars and then no one cares. So.
Were there any? I don't think there were any new movies last year, were there? Was that new?
That's what I was wondering. It's like has there even been movies? But I guess there have. They just haven't.
There was some. Anthony Hopkins won Best Actor, so there must have been something.
Oh dear, oh dear! A whole load of comments started up on which game to start with now. So
yeah.
So how did you get? Oh yeah, I was wondering this, Jason. He said, "Can we get a taste of your acceptance speech, Travis?" Did you thank your mother and your your Auntie Mabel?
Yeah, I never thought I would be in a position to ever give an acceptance speech, but I probably will. They're going to send a little like a medal thing. So when I get that, I'll probably do a little video, just thank everyone, especially my patrons and all the subscribers and everyone.
Yeah.
So but whenever that happens, so probably in a week or two, whenever they get around to sending it.
No, that's cool, isn't it? I was going to say, I've been thinking about it because obviously, like Don was saying, like the style of the stuff that you do over there in America compared to what we do over here. Would you say the hobby over there is more serious than you would see in the UK, or do you think there's a lot more gamers that get involved around your towns? Do you have quite a niche community, or is it publicly accepted for you to come out and say, I play with toy soldiers?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean,
yeah.
Everything's fine if you don't care, right?
Yeah.
If you don't care what they think, then do what you want. But I think that it's a little bit different here. We're not as kind of close knit as you guys are over there with the clubs, because we only see each other maybe at our own home when we're playing, or at the store if there's an event.
Yeah,
we don't have a regular schedule like that. That's what I love about when I hear stories about the UK gaming clubs, like, every Tuesday everyone shows up here and we all play. We're all going to try this game this week, or we're all going to try something else, and I like that. I wish we had stuff like that here, but it just I don't know if it's just the distances between everyone is so much greater,
probably,
or what, just cultural differences. But we just don't have anything like that.
No. But you do have probably one of the best gaming shows Gen Con, don't you? So you get to go there, and
there are a lot of gaming shows. Yes,
there is a lot of gaming shows.
Yeah.
Like
I haven't never been to one, but I do plan on going to one eventually.
You've never done one? That's interesting.
I've never been to one. Well, I did one small one here in Sacramento years ago. There was a Flames of War tournament at the convention, so I went to that. But that was a small. I mean, it was mostly board gamers. There wasn't too many mini gamers there.
Yeah, because the big one over there is it like a week long in it, Dom? It's huge, isn't it?
Historicon, isn't it? That goes on for a week or nearly a week. A long weekend, isn't it?
They have the LVO.
Yeah, LVO,
They do a bolt action tournament there. Most of the bigger ones have pretty big bolt action events at them now too, not just 40K stuff.
Yeah.
One year I'm going to go over to one.
No, it would be cool. And obviously, it's getting a lot better now for like distributors, isn't it, over in the States for like models and things like that? Because we always get this, don't we? Especially, I don't know if you guys see it. I see it on the Facebook group sometimes, but price differences for certain type of models, depending.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, isn't it? So like over here, it seems to be a bit cheaper, obviously, because we've got a lot of manufacturers here. But there's a lot of distribution centers now opening up in the States, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a lot more companies. Like Spectre is now, they are now selling stuff out of Black Site Studios, which is nice. Yeah. Because you can get the rule book from them now, and they're doing vehicles and stuff. And I think, Eureka Minis, I don't know if that's a British mini company. I think it is.
I think they have different,
but they have a really big,
don't they? They have somebody in Australia, they have US.
Yeah, they got all kinds of stuff, and they have a distributor here as well, which is nice.
Yeah.
But then there's the wargaming shops I've been to in the US are just enormous. I mean, they're just another scale to what we get. They're absolutely massive. I mean, apart from the fact they've got huge numbers of tables for everyone to play, but also just their stock levels are amazing as well. You know, you can walk down, you've got
walk out of an army.
Yeah. I mean, if it wasn't for a dollar compared to the sterling is not particularly good. Last time I was in one, I would have quite easily bought an army very, very quickly.
I remember when I used to watch a lot of X-Wing videos, and they were having like nationals held in stores, and the stores were, you're right, they were huge. They were like the size of Tesco's or Asda here. Just huge, massive, great big supermarket-sized gaming stores. I think
if we went there with Martin, we'd have to put him on reins to stop him from wandering off and be lost in the building somewhere, because he just never stopped. You go, oh look, there's this, and oh look, there's that.
There's badges.
So I've neve been to the States. You get like a Wolverine or something over there. That'd be cool. I've never been to the States, but Haley went all the way there to see the Backstreet Boys. Believe it or not, she went to Las Vegas. She stayed in Vegas. Stayed in a casino. Didn't gamble. Went and watched the Backstreet Boys, and then came home. She's swearing there in the background. I don't know if that picked that up. Then at the same time, I was like, I need these cards for this game, and it's going to cost me like 15 quid to like do the postage. Can you see if it's anywhere near you? And I'm space. I'm not very good with where things are in the States, so I kind of like looked at this address. Yeah, it was about 500 miles away from where she was going to be. So probably not going to.
Martin, did you not consider doing the request in like dance form? A nice dance number. Maybe a coordinated outfit or something. It's just a suggestion.
Do you know what? The thing is, she messaged me to say, everything's cool, I'm coming home. By the way, Iron Maiden are playing here in the same place tomorrow night, but we didn't know, so we're coming home. So, right, okay. I think you should stay there another night.
Yeah, interesting. I love it. I do like. Whenever I go, in normal times I go to the US a couple of times a year, at least 2 or 3 times a year usually, and I'll try and get out to some sort of store if there's one nearby, because I just think they're so much fun, just so different to ours.
Oh man, sounds like
someone was saying, what are they saying? Yeah, Firestorm Games in Wales.
Yeah, massive studio. It's massive.
Scale. Yeah, massive thing.
Yeah, I'm quite jealous. They're in Cornwall.
They moved to a bigger place near Cardiff Football Stadium.
Cardiff,
Wales, mate. Wales.
Technically, I cover southwestern Wales, so I wonder.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, I don't know. One day I might get over there again. I always want to go to Historicon or something like that, but one day I'll do it.
You're probably closer to Historicon than I am.
Probably are, yeah.
Because that's on the East Coast, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's around. Oh God, I want to say Pennsylvania way, isn't it? Somewhere around there.
Yeah, I think something like that. That's 3,000 miles away from me. Probably only 1,000 from you, right?
Yeah, closer for me. That's for damn sure. So tell us about how you got into the video game. Been what, about 5 years since you started videoing?
Yeah,
games.
5 years. Yeah, we just I saw some at reps that someone did on YouTube, and I just thought, hey, we should try that. It might be fun. It's a good way to motivate myself to paint and just add to the hobby, and we did. And we just kept doing it. Just kept plugging along, and for years and years and years, just just kind of hanging around. And then I think when we got up to like 1,000 subscribers, it started going up faster.
Yeah.
And just kept going faster and faster, and we just kept improving our production quality and our terrain and everything all at the same time. And yeah, just sort of happened like that. It wasn't really a plan. It's just something that we kept at, and yeah.
I mean, we were admiring the rig you've got set up behind you. It's quite an impressive setup by the look you've got there.
Yeah, we got we built that kind of frame thing on the ceiling. We put a camera up there. Camera can go anywhere on the railing, so we can change the position of it. We just built that out of PVC pipe.
Sweet.
All homemade.
That's precisely what I want for my new house, Dom, and Laura's agreed. So I'm allowed that camera's rig, but I don't think she understands what it's going to look like.
You're gonna have to move to the US to get it, mate. You won't be able to afford a house big enough for that.
I know.
In the UK. Bloody hell. What have we got? Yeah. So I'm intrigued. So it was very much just you and is that Andre, isn't it, who you mainly game with? Is it just you and two of you just sort of chronicling your games? Was that how it all started?
Yeah. His daughter and my daughter were friends when they were kids, in kindergarten, and I've known Andre since then. My daughter's 18 years old now, and so I've been gaming with Andre pretty much that whole time. And he was a big Tau guy, and I was Imperial Guard and Chaos Space Marines and regular Space Marines and Tyranids, and we did that. So he's really into the gaming part of it, not so much the hobby side. Although he has built quite a bit of terrain for us that we still use a lot. And but he's mainly my main gaming partner. But there's a lot of other guys too that have come through and played games with us. Yeah,
I've seen a few names of people popping up from time to time, but I love the dynamics between you guys, especially you and Andre. It's quite funny.
Yeah.
You can tell you've gamed for years. There's that thing about gamers who play together a lot. It's just.
Yeah, I know all of Andre's tendencies. I know that if he's on the defense, I can expect a counterattack at any moment. He doesn't seem to really care about most people that do World War II rules are okay, well, this is how it would have been done. So we would have set up a base of fire, and then we would have went around this way. Andre doesn't really think about it at all like that. He thinks of it more just how am I going to win this game, and he'll do the most unexpected things just randomly. All of a sudden all of his forces are rushing out of their entrenchments right at you. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
It rarely works out too. I should mention that.
It's good fun though.
It is. It's different. It's definitely different. But he has no qualms about leaving his position to go after something close by if he thinks that it might help him.
Yeah, I saw that in the latest one you put up, the bolt action with the 88 on the hill, and these squads all started to charge down the hill. Looks like didn't go so well for them. But...
Well, no, it wasn't that bad really, because he killed the mortar spotter, which was the only thing I was dropping. That I had nailed the 88 with my mortar on the first roll, and I was zeroed in, and the only way that he could get to my mortar was to take the spotter out, and he did.
That was crazy. I've never seen a mortar actually do that. I've never seen it happen. The only time I've ever managed to get my mortar in is like on the 5th turn.
I take mortars but I don't know why. It's complete points thing because I know that I'm not rolling anything above, anything even approaching a 5 or a 6 for the entire game. It's just going to be 1s all the way. So I don't know why I do it.
You guys, because they're a good deterrent. I mean, they make people think.
They are. Yeah, I'll tell you what's even worse than a mortar sometimes, and Liam is git for this, is a Katushka with the Russians.
Oh,
if that thing hits, oh Jesus! And he hit it. Last game we played, he hit it first turn, first thing. He literally wiped half them out because it goes, if it hits that unit, you roll to see if it goes that way, and it hits the next unit. Yep, and then he rolled again. Yep, did it on 3 units, just gone. And I was like,
those are nasty. Because anyone within 6 inches of the target has to roll. It's always a 6, but still, it's not impossible to roll a 6 on 1 dice.
No, it's not. It's not
quite a bit.
Yeah, as Leslie says, Andre seems to roll a lot of 6s. It's true, he does.
He does, which sometimes is not a good thing when if your 6 means that you lose a guy.
Yeah. The only time I roll 5s and 6s is if I'm doing order tests or morale tests on veterans, and 11 is coming out straight away, regardless of what point of the game it is. That unit is failing that order test. You might as well, you could put your house on it, make me failing order tests.
It's always veterans as well. I always fail with bloody veterans.
Well, I tend to take veterans in bolt action where I can. I like small units of veterans. I don't like big, unwieldy and unruly armies. I'd rather take sort of 5 or 6 elite sections and do it that way. That's why I couldn't do a Soviet or no, I couldn't. Oh God, no. I thought 1, painting them would drive me a bit funny, and 2, just seeing them just putting them all on the table. Something not right about it.
It's funny though when your opponent goes "Hurrah!" when he does his charge. It's one of those things.
I mainly play against me mate's Japanese, and seeing him, what's that? That's a unit of 13, and so's that, and so's that, and so's that. I was like, all right, okay, brilliant. I've got 18 men going up against them.
I know exactly what you mean. I've only played the Japanese once against my brother-in-law, and he was testing them out. And we hadn't looked at the rules before, and and I was like, oh, this is going to be great. And then was it the Banzai move, was it as long as they, even if they're pinned, as long as they're moving forward, they can move, something like that. Yeah. I was like, what's this? I've got 16 guys. There's 16 guys and about 50 of him. There's only 2 of my weapons are multi-shot. How's this going to go?
Not very well.
Not very well. It never goes well at all.
Well, the British have a similar rule to that up and atom rule.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good.
The problem is with the British, you always want to take rapid fire. That's the problem. I took
rapid fire last night, and I didn't ever use it.
No. See, I always take blood curdling script, the one that negates the closing fire. No. I always take that because I've got command paras, so I always take that. And
they've nerfed that rule, Martin. I think with the paras, there was a rule.
Not in the book.
No. Don't worry about the FAQ. No,
so I remember when in first edition, Andre he was always he loves the British the most, and he would always run the Gurkhas with up and atom. And back then it was like if you charged someone, I think if you won, you lost all your pins.
Yeah.
And then the Gurkhas had this rule where they would half the attacks coming back at them.
Oh wow.
And it was just like,
that's powerful.
You couldn't get within 12 inches of a Gurkha unit because it would just do up and atom, ignoring pins. It would charge in, wipe you out. So he just had groups of Gurkhas kind of stationed around the board with 12-inch bubbles around them that you just couldn't go into.
Couldn't go into it. Yeah, good for covering objectives, isn't it? And the Chindits are really good as well because they get all the British like nationality rules, and plus they get that American nationality rule where they can move and fire without taking penalty.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, what? That's absolutely crazy.
I love that rule because I play a lot of jungle USMC Japanese games. When my USMC, when they close and you get, moving, you say there's no penalties for moving and firing. You've got BARs, you've got Tommy guns, you've got shotguns. Once you get within 12 inches with a fully tooled up section of your SMC, yes, it gets entertaining. It's just getting them there that's the hard part.
Yes.
Get some trucks.
Yeah.
That's how I used to. I haven't used truck in a bolt action game in a long time, but it used to be an auto include. Throw a machine gun on it, race up, and if you got vets in the truck and the truck gets blown up, so what? Your vets are 24 inches up the board. And
Travis, do you still run Der Hammer?
I sometimes. I haven't run Der Hammer in a long time. I should get it out again. Yeah, I think next time we play, I'll bring in Der Hammer. Der Hammer was my veteran pioneer squad with SMGs and a flamethrower and a Panzerfaust, and I would outflank them. And yeah, you had to hope that your order dice came out before theirs did. Even then, it wasn't going to help you.
No. Pioneers are so good. They're so good, Pioneers. They really are great, awesome. Yeah. They are awesome. It's just like, especially on the outflank, they're just so good. Paras are really good, but it just if your game's going a bit slow, then it's okay. But if the other units are at the other end of the board, I just find if you do that outflank, you can stuff yourself over. But if they're holding back, it can just be a real pain in their side. Because I don't know about you, but a lot of my opponents seem to forget that I've done an outflank because I don't mention it again until it's time, and they forget.
Have to mention it at the beginning, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then they just forget, and then all of a sudden, turn 4 comes along. Yeah, these guys are coming in. What guys? Yeah, this whole unit of Paras with SMGs that are about 6 inches away from your guys.
Yeah, and that's when you need to remember it the most is when you're deploying. It's like, okay, he's got outflankers. I'm not going to put my objective 6 inches from the edge of the board if he has outflankers. But a lot of times people don't even
think about it. No.
Evil things.
So Travis, have you got is there any eras or periods that you want to play that you haven't yet got armies for, or that you're thinking of getting armies for?
Well, I'm pretty much the only thing I haven't really done. I got the Ancients, I got the Napoleonics, the Civil War, the American War of Independence, World War II, moderns, really like medieval kind of time frame, like the one that you guys are usually playing all the time.
Yeah. It depends. 100 years or War of the Roses. You quite like the War of the Roses or the 100 Years War?
It scares me when I watch some of these videos with you guys with those Lance Connects.
Lance snakes, yeah.
Got red and yellow striped pants, and then it's like, oh man, I can't do it. I don't want to even go down that road.
No.
I mean, I do, but they do look amazing, but yeah, the thought is a little bit intimidating, I think.
You could outsource your army to Steve. He'll paint it for you.
Yeah.
My Lance necks are sadly lacking behind at the moment. I bought that starter army, last month. I've not painted anything from it at all.
So we know that's not a secret project.
No. I got sidetracked actually by the secret project and now these US Airborne. But no, I mean, they're on the sort of a quarter way done. So what I find is I've got to dig out all my bright colours and I'm not used to it. I've got to blow dust off the paints because I've not used them in so long.
There's my fluorescent green gone. Yeah.
But what I try and do is I'm doing a production line. So if I've got 4, I'll do like green on the 1st and 3rd, blue on the 2nd and 4th, and then I'll mix a bit of green together with a bit of red and do that on the 2nd and 3rd, and it just makes it easier rather than sitting down and just doing painting one at a time. I think if you can mix it up, it's good for your head. It just doesn't send you a little bit funny like. But they are. I mean, they're a pain to paint, but they look good when they're actually all finished.
Oh, yeah. They look amazing.
Yeah. Battle Matt, his Lance necks are so good. I think Miller broke as well. I think Miller bought the Lance neck starter. Yeah. I even said to him, "Welcome to the dark side," but I don't think that's really appropriate with Lance necks, is it? Welcome to the psychedelic side. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have to buy all new paints. Yellows, greens, blues.
It's a scary thing, especially for Steve. I think when we first all met Steve, I think we only thought he painted grey. That was it. An army green.
I used to.
Yeah, that was it.
I had a repeat order with Goblin for black brown, burnt umber, and field grey, and that was it. It was like a repeat order. That's the only paint I seem to use.
Jeez. Unbelievable.
Not anymore, Steve.
Carl says he's got a great idea for a new game. He says, put the keys to Ken's new house in a brown bag and chuck it in with all the others and force him to open them all up.
Yes.
Yeah. And Matt says, don't mess with the Gurkhas. I went to a Gurkha pub once, saw a rowdy patron literally flying through the doors while the Gurkha behind the bar just went back to pulling apart. It's true. They're all based around where I am. They're all around the Aldershot area. You do not want to mess with the Gurkha. You really do not want to mess with the Gurkha.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
No, that cookeroo that they've got is not.
Oh, they don't even need that. They're Jesus, they are scary people when they get riled. They take a lot to get riled, but when they do, geez. Craig says the only thing stopping him from picking up the Pioneers is the need more metal. Fair enough. Yeah,
Craig is like a metal fanatic, so he hates plastic. He's
that's swearing.
He's the complete antithesis of Steve. Then. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he might be.
Oops, wrong one. I can do that one. It says you've got to try and find some bright colours. As it turns out, I haven't got anything brighter than corn red. Yeah, so that's what's happened to his land snakes, Miller. He's the same problem as you, Steve. He hasn't got any colours. He needs to go. So you spend 90 quid or whatever, 70 quid on your box of figures, and then about 100 quid on paints.
Yeah,
you haven't got any
then you realise that the blue and red paint that you own is not going to quite cut it for Landsneck uniforms.
Yeah. Craig says he just hasn't found plastic that he likes. I'm with James. Metal minis are superior, definitely. I know we'll start off the whole war here again, but I just
here we go.
I don't like the
round one, fights.
We'll get on to varnishing in a minute. Don't worry.
Oh, don't worry. That question was going to come up.
Oh, Jesus! Right, Jesus.
Oh, boy.
So I'm interested with your videos, Travis. When you're recording the stuff, this is from my mate Graham, who's obsessed with this question. He keeps asking me it all. So when you're showing a game, are you worried about the game that you're having? Because clearly you and your mates are having a good old fun and having a good old game, but you're also trying to film it. So do you make compromises in the way you play the game for the filming, or is it entirely just you film it as it goes?
I just film it as it goes. I mean, I don't. What do you mean by compromise?
Well, I don't know. I mean, he's obsessed with the dice rolls. So whenever we play online, he wants us all to roll our dice so we can film them.
Yeah, dice rolls.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, you mean like format?
Yeah.
I found that. Well, originally I started just doing the first ones were just those summary reports. Mm-hmm. So we go through a whole turn of bolt action and maybe 5 minutes per turn. At the end of each turn, I would just go over what happened. And I think that might have been part of the when you first start a YouTube channel. I think you can't go over 20 minutes or something until you get to a certain level. And I think once we made that, we started doing the full ones, and it just took some trial and error to figure out what was important to show, what wasn't. Yeah. Like moving is not important to show. That's something you can just sum up, at the start of at the next clip. But the dice rolls are important, and sometimes moving dice rolls are important. So you might want to show, if it's going to mean something important happening in the game, there might be a time you want to show someone moving or the result of a failed move, or it just depends on the scenario. But generally, we don't show any moving. We'll just show most of the shooting, and we'll talk about what we just did and maybe what we're going to do next. But it's just a format we picked up, and each game is different too. I mean, like last night, we did that Saga game last night.
Yeah.
And that had the board, and the boards are a big part of Saga. So a lot of the video I had a stationary camera just right on the Saga board, and we would talk about it, and then we would show the dice rolls. But yeah, I mean, I agree that the dice rolling is the most important thing. The shooting and the saving, and that's the exciting part of the game. So that's what you want to show the most.
And you play quite a lot of games. How many games a week do you play?
Usually one, sometimes two. This week when we did two, but normally it's one. Usually every Friday we play.
Nice, excellent. I love them. I think they're great. I just love them. I jokingly was saying I watched your first game report, which was 5 years ago, and I thought, blimey, is this the same guy? I mean, it was portrait camera, and the terrain was not anywhere near like it is now. But then we're all the same, right? You look back. Sorry,
we were playing bolt action with the 40K terrain.
That's it. You were. Yeah. Just gives us all hope. It really does. You look at that, and then you look. Was it over 6,000 subs now, and your tables look fantastic, and the figures look brilliant on it. So, good stuff. And what is your favorite game? What do you like playing the most?
My favorite is Sharp Practice.
Yeah,
that's just gameplay wise, and as far as filming and video wise, I think they're probably our most entertaining game that we do. I think a lot of it has to do with the narrative nature of the game itself. Because every time we do one, I try to come up with a little story behind it. Yeah. And we have names for all of our guys, so we can follow them along in the game. And that helps a lot. Because it's not just, this guy here is going to do this. It's this guy who Lieutenant Dan, or Lieutenant Dan, sorry. He's going to do this. And you can just keep track of him. And you remember these guys between battles. So, you remember Lieutenant Dan did something awesome last battle, and this time he didn't do anything. So I just love Sharp Practice. It flows really well. The rules are really tight, I think, and there's not a lot of reason to be in the rule book during the game, which is a big thing for us.
Yeah. Well, you played both, haven't you, Dan? You played Sharp Practice and you played Muskets and Tomahawks. And
no, I haven't. I've never played.
No, Dom's played both. I was going to say, because you've got to try it. I've only played Muskets and Tomahawks, but I don't know. When I finished that first game with you, Dom, I said this is probably the best game I've ever played for rules wise, because we didn't even look at the rule book after the first 5 minutes. No. I didn't even need to. Second turn, I didn't even need Dom to question me what I needed to do.
I spent hours going through the rule book. He never looked at it once.
Not once. But I just picked it up. It's so quick to pick up that Muskets and Tomahawks.
It is. Because the beauty of that game is the cards.
Yeah, the cards. I love the cards.
And how you play the cards is important. Because we've been thinking about this in terms of showing how to film it, because it would actually be quite difficult to film, because you'd need to...
Cards, yeah.
You want to be able to see what the player's got in their hands and obviously not give it away. But it's... that's the beauty of the game. It's all in the cards.
Well, it's kind of like that with Dead Man's Hand too. It's
I guess that's
you're not supposed to tell. You're not supposed to tell. Your opponent isn't really supposed to know what you have, but we just do anyway, just for simplicity of filming.
Yeah. I guess that's true actually.
So Muskets and Tomahawks you're supposed to keep your cards secret from your opponent.
Yeah, because the way it operates is that you get. So you get your 3 cards in your hand, and you choose which of those 3 cards to play. But it isn't just your cards you've got. You've got cards that control your opponent's units as well. So you have to decide at what point you're going to play your opponent's units that you've got in your hand. And when you play a card, you get a new one to replace it. So you could try and hold on to your opponent's cards.
Or you can force them, can't you, Dom? You can force them to do a move that you're thinking, I'm going to force you to move that unit now, or do something with that unit.
Yeah,
it's quite clever. It works really well, doesn't it? And then you get those random events.
You get a lot of random events, and then you get, if you pick up a card that, if you have to play an opponent's card, you get a special token. And then once you've collected a certain number of tokens, you can basically not play a card, but do an action instead. So it allows for a couple of sort of double moves, if you like. If you store up your cards in the right way, you can, move your regulars forward and then use the command tokens to then do another move straight on the back of it. And suddenly you can get in a nice position, but invariably that then puts you in all kinds of trouble because your opponent's probably going to have a run of cards against you. So it kind of just plays through it. I think it's a really clever game. I'm looking forward to the Napoleonic version, which should be out. It should have been out this week, but it's apparently all the cards.
So is that muskets and tomahawks? Is it just French Indian War? Or is it that American War of Independence? That whole time frame?
The first edition covers most of the major conflicts through that Black Powder period in North America. So you've got the French Indian Wars, you've got the 1812 campaign, you've got American War of Independence, right the way through. So anything like that, and then the new version which they're bringing out is covers the.
It's just a supplement. It's just a supplement, isn't it?
Yeah.
The second edition rulebook. The first supplement was French Indian War, as you say. Second supplement's Napoleonic. Third supplement, I think, is going to be ACW. And then they were on about Zulus as well, weren't they?
Yeah, they were talking about something about Zulus. Yeah, so because the same basic rules as Master says will apply on both, but on all the systems. But which again will make it really easy to play, I think, because you'll know the basics really easily, and there's just a bit of colour for the different periods.
It's the same company that makes Saga, isn't it? So it's the same ethos that they did for Saga. You've got your main rule book, and then you've got your Age of Vikings, Age of Crusades, Age of Hannibal, Age of Caesar, or whatever the next one's going to be. So
it's made by this. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Tomahawk.
That's interesting.
Same French guys, French team, aren't they? Only good thing to come out of France.
Jesus Christ.
I had to say that, didn't I? Sorry, I have to keep up with it. What else we got here? Wardrobe plays World War II says, "Whoa, Tabletop CP, how did you get such a high-level guest? I can't believe it's time between the news interviews and the awards parties." Yeah, we snaffled him before he knew, and his fee was really cheap. It's going to go up a lot.
I did agree to do this before I knew about that.
Yeah.
Tactical error, Travis. Tactical error. What else we got? Carl's asking whether anyone's played Rebels and Patriots. I played it. It was quite popular down my club. Alec, who's probably on here somewhere, he plays it a lot, really likes it. Not my favourite, I have to say. I didn't like the sort of the way the command worked. So it's a bit like Lion Rampant and stuff, where if your command fails, everything fails. So your whole command stops moving. I didn't like that too much, but I guess you could mod that or change that in some way. But
yeah,
not sure it was my thing. Anyway, sorry,
no. I was gonna. No, I've forgotten now.
Oh, Jesus. So anyway, reminder that the stream is sponsored by our mate Carl at Mezza's Minis. There will be a code later in the show. Guess what that is? Which will give you 10% off in his store if you want to get hold of some of his wonderful V&V miniatures, his Avon posts, and I was going to say get hold of his busts, but that comes out wrong. But you know what I mean. Should we do a little bit of what we've seen on the news?
Yes.
In the Wargaming news this week.
That's what I was actually going to. That was what I was going to say. Actually,
you were trying to go on to that, were you? Okay. I guess the big news is they got Steve very, very excited
today. The big news. God, look at that Diddy tank.
So Warlords announced that they're going to do a new double starter army pack. Is that right? Island Assault.
Yeah, new starter set.
New starter set. So you get the Japanese and the US troops. So that's the 2-player box, I think. No prices yet. I think it goes up on pre-order on Wednesday, I believe.
I should imagine it'll be sort of 75, 80, something like that.
Yeah, around about that, yeah.
Depends if there's a rule book involved.
Or mortars, huh? That's interesting.
Yeah, that's
No weapons
interesting.
teams.
Yeah, no, you're right. Good spot. Because these are the box sets that they're putting out. So that's the US Raider squad. And then you've got the support group. They look quite good. They're probably metal, so you probably hate them, Steve.
Yeah, I've got them. That's the old range. I've got them.
Yeah, they haven't updated the metals.
So they're not updated.
And to be fair, they were the metals in my USMC. I had no problem with. All of them are really, really lovely sculpts.
Mm-hmm. The Japanese paratroopers look good as well.
Yeah, my mate's pissed. He kit bashes a couple of years back because he didn't think they were ever going to produce them, and now they have, and now he's annoyed.
I
mean, I know if I want to talk, but that officer in the middle of that Japanese lot looks like he's had far too much sushi.
Yeah, he's a bit on the round side, isn't he?
A little bit on the round side.
Yeah, I have that guy.
Yeah, interesting. So I think that'll get people excited, won't it? People have been talking about having a new starter army set, so that's kind of cool. So as I say, I think from what they said on the announcement today, it's going on pre-sale on Wednesday, so you can advance order it if you so wish. What else have we seen? Talking about French-Indian Wars, new Kickstarter from Brigade Games.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which is starting on the 6th of May. I've got a few of these figures. They're really nice, really nice. My only slight quandary with them, they're quite small and very delicate and very soft metal as well. You won't like them, Steve. They're metal. But they're really nicely sculpted by Paul Hicks. Really good range. He's done quite a lot of these. So I believe there's some canoes and all sorts in this Kickstarter. So if you're into your French-Indian Wars, check out that Kickstarter. That would be my recommendation. What else we got? I know a lot of people like Lion Rampant. I picked this up on a forum somewhere. I can't remember where it was now. But about the second edition of Lion Rampant is coming next year.
Cool.
Sounds like it's going to be a much bigger thing. It's going to be hardback, and it's going to cover the Dark Ages as well as the medieval periods. Some amongst us might suggest that that's the same thing, but I'm not going to say who that might be. Another Kickstarter which I put up on the Facebook page. If you want to join the Facebook page, the Plastic Crack Facebook, please do. You do have to answer 3 little questions. They're not designed to be difficult, but it's amazing me how many people don't actually bother answering them. It's just
I have a question. If somebody else invites someone,
no, they don't have to answer.
They don't answer the questions because, and that's when we. Yes, because why would you need to answer the? If I invited you, you just get you're invited. And you just click that request, and then it comes to us to approve it, and they haven't answered them. So you always need to see if someone within the group has. You can't set it, so you need to see if someone within the group has invited that person.
Oh, then I've just kicked somebody today. I'm sorry about that. Oh, well. So anyway, if you want to join the Facebook page, please do. So it sounds like if you're invited, then you don't need to fill in the questions. But if you want to go along, you have to answer those 3 little questions. So this is a range of new miniatures by this guy. 1066 miniatures. It's in there in big letters. So there's a range of Normans and Saxons. Saxons look really good, actually, and they look quite good proportions to some of the others. So check that one out. I don't know whether you guys saw this as well. It's a bit late to talk about it, but the War Games Atlantic did this big poll of what you want next in terms of the box set.
I chose a lot of plastic World War II, believe it or not.
Really? I think you can still vote for it. So if you're interested, go to the War Games Atlantic page, and I think you can go in and vote retrospective. So what they did, they got everybody to put down suggestions of boxes they should do next, and they basically put them all in 6 waves. They put all the top ones in 6 waves of votes, and you just literally go through and tick the ones that you want out of them, and then they sort of eliminate a certain number and then go through to the next wave. Eventually, they'll get down to 2 box sets that they're going to do next year. But what astounded me was just the massive variety that people wanted. It's just extraordinary.
Yeah.
You went from some really niche things to really, really obscure stuff. Half of it, I had no idea what they were talking about. It was extraordinary.
The next thing you know is they'll be doing badges with frying pans.
I know. Then where will the world go to? Jesus.
A much better place. That's what I'm going to say. If anyone was produced a plastic kit of a stoat with a baseball bat, the world is a much better place.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That set people off. Here we go. Yellow card for Tim.
Ooh.
French ultramarines. Yeah. No, yellow cards. Out for that. What else do we have? We had the Perrys did a couple of things. Literally today I saw...
Our mates the Perrys.
Oh God, our mates the Perrys. Yeah, we can say that, can't we? Because they are. So they got this new deals going on.
And I fluffed up, didn't I? My Austrians.
Yeah, you balls that one, didn't you, mate?
I should have waited. Alan did say wait.
Anyway, haven't you? You've sold it all.
I have not sold it all. But if anyone's in the line for some French in a bag,
there you go. He's sold.
He broke.
So new army deals if you want to check them out on the Perry website. But also I thought was interesting, they've got some new French cavalry officers that look really, really nice. Really nice figures. Particularly like the guy in the red uniform, even though he's not British. Really like him. So they're available. They've also got more of their Paraguayan troops. So these are the cannons, I believe. Can't remember which side. Yeah, there we go. Which look really interesting. Probably something Leslie will be into. I've no idea anything about. I read a magazine story about this war, and it was fascinating, but I'm not going to game it. But I do like the colour of the. I do like the local national colours of those things. Really, really good. I think that's all I saw. Did I miss anything?
Yeah, here's some breaking news. I've just put 5 decals on these figures, and I didn't swear once.
It's because you followed my tutorial, wasn't it, Steve?
No, I use Microsol. It's my go-to. I didn't manage to get it in my eyes or swallow it this time. So yeah, brilliant.
Oh look, you've started. You get vampire otters.
Vampire otters.
Oh my God.
What period does Badgers cover? Peter Rabbit or Wind in the Willows? I don't know. It depends whether you're into the high period or the low period. I think for that, doesn't it?
I have heard that there's going to be a follow-up or so an expansion. So the Watership Down. That'd be awesome. Watership Down is a very violent film, so I think it'd be
yeah. Or Animal Farm.
You know, it says everything about me that when those figures arrived, and I had to go and look and find out what they actually were, rather than what I thought they were.
Yeah.
I then started looking and think, oh, that's quite a nice figure. I should get one of those. And before I knew it, I had about 5 things in my basket, which I then promptly deleted because there was no way I was going to buy them. Jesus.
Right. Well, Dom, when's next time you're? Is it when are you having a couple of drinks on Friday?
Yeah.
I'm not, because I'm off on my holidays at the weekend, so I'm not going to be drinking on Friday night. There you go. So, no.
Damn it! I expected 4 war bands.
He only needs about 2 more models. That's all he needs is like 2 more models, and he's got a whole warband.
Yeah. Have you ever made any purchases, Travis, you regret?
I'm sure I have. I don't know what. I've gotten pretty good about just buying what I need. I'm not really. I understand the temptation to buy stuff, man, but I have to just stop myself because if I get too much stuff, I think I would probably not paint anymore.
Yeah,
I found it's easier for me just to buy it as I need it. But but believe it or not, I'm actually going to be out of stuff to paint here pretty soon. Yeah, that's a problem because it's like, oh, I got through this thing way quicker.
Does that actually ever happen? I imagine if I ran out of things to paint, it'd be like the end scene from Raiders of the Lost Ark. It'd be like things flying around your room.
You can't. It just imbalance the earth.
It does happen. Yeah, because as soon as I finish these 6 guys and these horse holders and Josie Wales, I don't really have anything. Oh no, I take it back. I got 2 packs of Winter Americans here to start finish off my winter project. So never mind.
Yay.
I do have stuff. Winter Bazooka and Winter Infantry Squad.
Nice.
I think they'll be trying to nail me down in the box, and my hand will be coming out with a paintbrush saying, "I've just got to finish this project off because
I'm too young to go. I haven't finished painting everything.
I didn't paint that badger."
You know that's true. Jesus, we did miss a couple of things. Here we go. BMV have some English archers for 100-year war. Yeah, I think we showed them off last week. Was it, James? I think Carl's got them on his site, check them out.
Did we mention last week? Because I need to ask the group this because I swear we didn't. The Victrix Americans, the small little 10 mil guys, whatever they are, whatever scale they are. 12 mil is it? The American
12 mil, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, 12 mil. Did we mention them? Because I did see them, but I can't remember if we mentioned them.
I certainly meant to, but I don't know whether we did or didn't. To be honest, there's some nice Victrix 12 mil Americans coming. So.
There is. Yeah, there is.
But they're only in the queue, aren't they? And they've got quite a lot of stuff in the Victrix.
But they have done the art for them, which is always a good sign to say.
I'm getting fed up. Victrix keep doing this massive, great tempt on all these figures, and then it's like 6 to 9 months before you even see them again.
Pre-order, buy now.
Yeah, I wish I could. If there's any chance I'm arriving. Shring7 says Osprey have released a book on the Paraguayan Wars today. Must be in cahoots with the Perrys. They're obsessed with that war, aren't they? Actually, we did also miss. I know who pointed out. I forget where it is here. Oh damn, I've lost it. They're Warlords. We missed the new Warlords Jagdtiger kit. Came out.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, it's their biggest plastic model. I can't remember who pointed it out.
That tank destroyer is rather big. Notice I said tank destroyer, not tank.
It is a tank destroyer. Quite right.
Yes.
It's massive.
Does that mean you could base it or not?
It just forms part of your modular board.
It's that cool, Steve. I think if you didn't have it going through a house, I would be disappointed.
Yeah, it needs a suitably large base. Let's be honest.
Yes, I'll agree with you. It's that big. I wouldn't even class it. Oh, it's so nice. That's one of my favorite tank destroyers because I played World of Tanks for quite a bit of time a few years ago, and that was my favorite tank. No, tank destroyer. See that? I nearly did it.
Yeah, you did it again. You see, that's because you were thinking World of Tanks. Yeah, I had one in World of Tanks as well. It was good fun, but it's But then, how many points is that in bolt action? I mean, Jesus.
I can imagine a lot.
It's a bloody lot of points, and it's a huge point sink. And given
I think it had a 128mm gun or something. It was like
it had an 88. But all I'm going to say to you is have fun trying to penetrate it with any form of weapon on the bolt action chart.
Jesus.
I was going to look up the price of it real quick, just out of curiosity.
So Storm and Steel says, man after my own heart, only buy what you need. I don't understand this concept. I really don't.
To be fair, on my recent bolt action projects, what I've been doing is I sit down and I write out the army and I buy the figures, and that's it. I just buy what I need. It's the same with these Americans. I've bought what I need, and that's it. There's no more that I need. I did have to buy a shitload of boxes to be able to kit bash every single one. But I'm not adding any vehicles or anything. It's going to be a purely infantry based list, no vehicles.
Yeah. That Jagdtiger over here is £26.
It's not bad.
Okay. Not too bad, is it?
How much is over there, Travis? Can you see it?
I was just looking at the point cost of it. I found it in 504 points for regular, and that's with a fuel shortage.
That's actually not too bad, is it? 504. Because what's a tiger?
I'm
going to say a King Tiger is
A veteran Tiger 600. A veteran Tiger 666.
Yeah, that's what
I don't know what I don't know what the King Tiger is though. But Christ, that's
700, I think.
That's a lot of points.
That's a lot.
I like to take. My. I've got Panther. I like to take the Panther because it's got that sloped armor on the front, which gives it the 10 plus for that. It's about 470 points, but then I take quite an elite German force with it if I want to have like a small game. I do quite enjoy that.
Louis says Louis, a man after my own heart, says I can't keep myself figures lately. At least 3 boxes a month. Yeah, I know that feeling. Only 3? You hardly try, man. Come on, get on with it. Aussie's another one of these weird. What's these people who just buy what? Jesus, buy what they need.
I think what it is if I was to go out and just buy 3,000 points, I wouldn't get it done. I write my army list out first, and then make the purchases. It keeps me focused. In fact, I don't do it so much these days, but I used to plan my armies on an Excel spreadsheet, and I would plot each cell as a figure, so I could send it as I finished it. I'd fill it in, and I'd be able to see how the project was progressing. But like my girlfriend said, no hobby has an Excel spreadsheet, so I stopped.
This one does.
Yeah.
So I know we talked about it a couple of times. My RPG gaming group, the current one that I play in, with my good friends, they've, because it's more of a freeform RPG, they decided to take over. They decided to start a bakery. They started a bread business to keep them in money while they were off adventuring. And one of my good friends who've been playing with a long time, like me, he's got his own business. So he likes having his laptop in front of him. So he has a spreadsheet where he worked out all their wealth, what they could pay their employees, what they could skim off the top, the percentage profit. And then he was turning around to me as the games master and going, "So is that all right?" Because I couldn't be asked to work it out. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's right. And then he genuinely worked out, and he came back and I was like, "All right, yeah, your bread has been sold, and you made X amount of gold this month, and after upkeep, this is left." He's like, "No, because we're going to ask them to work double time," and he worked out like all this kind of stuff, and his hobby is summed up in an Excel spreadsheet. His whole thing.
That's like role playing The Apprentice or something.
That takes the fun out of the hobby.
Oh no, he loves it. No, because he loves it, and the others are like, yeah, no, it's sorted. We know that he's probably going to be taking money for himself, but we're going to get money out of it as well. Martin, you all right with that? Yeah, okay.
Can I ask what he does for a job?
He runs a solar panel company.
Oh, I thought he might be an accountant or something. That would be hilarious.
Or a loan shark.
Or sweatshop manager, maybe. Jesus. Oh, well, brilliant. Johnny says he regrets buying Napoleonic cavalry, that I hated painting and get wrecked in sharp practice.
Oh, it's Johnny. Yeah, that's my buddy he's the guy that I play sharp practice with. So.
Oh, is he the guy with the lancers? The guy absolutely pummeled. Oh, and they were so beautiful as well.
Yeah. Kowalski. Yeah, Kowalski. He's never done anything except get horribly destroyed in every game he's been in.
Oh, fantastic!
But he tries.
He does every time. And the time he charged a whole load of skirmishers, I thought finally he's going to get something, and they just got blown away. And even when they got hand to hand, they lost. It's like, what the hell?
Charged Lieutenant Dan, thinking he was going to take him down, and he wound up getting beat.
Jesus, there are. See, Martin, you should start playing sharp practice. Then you won't have to do any cavalry ever again. Not that you do any anyway.
They're getting there. They're getting there. I looked at them the other day and then put them away and then assembled and started kit bashing. I would rather kit bash obscure nobles from the Wars of the Roses than put together cavalry and paint.
Obscure nobles with green hair. You'd rather do. Jesus.
He's had his hair painted.
Oh, nice. It's coming together well. I keep looking at my pile of War of the Roses plastic, and I think I must start them at some point. Maybe it'll be the next project. Don't know.
Cool.
Maybe not. Maybe I'll just do a few more Napoleonics.
I have set out from what I meant to do this evening already.
So
I can't believe it.
Oh.
I'm that ecstatic.
Well done, that man. J&M's is with me. He says, can't wrap his head around the concept of only buying what you need. Yeah.
I've kind of got to now. It's really disappointing. I'm quite sad about it.
I find it quite funny.
I'm not allowed. They're so strict with like mortgages at the moment that like they see it as like a proper expenditure. So I can't spend on my card. I have to literally just save. It's a nightmare. So I can't buy anything online. I have to get if I wanted to, I'd have to get like my mum to buy it for me or my dad, and then I have to give them the cash.
I know it would be awful for you, right? And I know that like it wouldn't be very good. But if genuinely you got turned down for a mortgage because you broke and bought a pack of models, I think I'd piss myself.
I don't think Laura would ever be with me. I think she'd probably be gone. But yes, cheers, mate. I'll come and move in with you, yeah?
Yeah, that'd be fine. You know, you can just come and be sad around here. It's like, you know.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's true, James. I only buy what I need. I just need everything. It's true. I should have that on a t-shirt, shouldn't I?
Stuart, do you know Stuart? I did the live stream with on my channel the other day.
Yes.
He said to me, he was watching the old podcast episodes before Martin and Steve joined, and he said there was an episode where you were rubbing it in Dom's face that you had no pile of shame, and he went, "Look at you now."
You had no pile of shame?
I had no pile of shame. There was a point where I had no pile of shame. Then the dwarves came.
Evil dwarves came and took it all away.
And now they're being sold.
Now just selling it all, for goodness sake. Right. Shall we show some of the pictures of what people have been up to this week? We have been inundated on the Facebook page with pictures. So apologies, we won't be able to show them all because there's so many and they're all up there. So peruse, but some fabulous stuff going up there, which is great to see. So thanks for sharing it all. Let's start with that's my mate Alec. I didn't choose this one. This was Martin picked this, so I can not favoritism. I'll be seeing this on the battlefield at some point, hopefully very soon. Alec's French artillery and Austrian artillery, by the look of it, getting ready for.
They look Perry.
I guess they're getting ready for muskets and tomahawks. Well, Shakos and bayonets, or whatever it's the new supplement's called. Because he's a big fan of that.
It's from Bloody Miniatures. He's doing head swaps on his models, just to show like the different kinds you can get. And I really like the guy in black on the end, with
his dagger.
Yeah,
that does look nice, mate. That does look really cool.
Yeah, really nice job. Really sweet. Who was it? Was it Matt who was talking about? He painted up some of the guys with the halberds and stuff, and said he wished he thought about it and put some pikes on them and turn them into.
Yeah, he could have done a whole pipe block. Yeah,
I think that would have been a really cool idea. Brendan
nice.
Showing off his paras here. I think they're work in progress on the basing, aren't they? But really nice. Good job. Steve's right up.
I really like the flesh on those ones. They were really, really cool.
Yeah.
And this is Jerry. I think Jerry's new to the group, isn't he? I think, from what I remember.
Yeah, I've not seen any Jerry's work before.
He also had a really sweet figure with a guy with a surcoat on, which had some really nice. He'd done some really good freehand drawing on it. Looked really cool. That's nice. Sorry, you were going to say something, Martin.
No, I was just going to say, there seems to be a lot of sort of Renaissance stuff coming that people are working on now. So it's nice because I don't think, again, it's it's really nice and colourful, and there's quite a few pictures coming up for that. Which I don't know if everyone can blame Steve for that. I think they probably should. But it's very cool to see.
A bit harsh, wasn't it?
Entirely correct. It's funny. I don't know what it is. There is definitely a theme that the people who follow the channel seem to go in. We have waves of people in Napoleonics, then we moved into ECW, and now it all seems to be heading down into the colourful stuff. What are you reading there? Oh, that's all right.
Epic.
No, we'll get rid of that. This is Ken. This is
the Yorkshire gamer.
Yeah, it's Italian Wars, isn't it? They look
Yeah.
fabulous. I mean, I really would. I wish I knew somebody who wanted to play this as a period, because I would love to do it. I just love it.
If you paint the models, I'll play anything, mate.
That is an offer you can't refuse. Oh wait,
No.
hang on.
You probably should,
I think,
though.
I think I will. So Kev's, they look like
There's
US Paris?
Yeah,
US
Kev's
Airborne,
my.
yeah.
So they're gonna kick the shit out of me, basically. So Kev's my buddy that I game with. So he's done US Airborne. But he's mixed in those. I think I probably picked just about the worst photo I probably could. But he's mixed in what they called Stosie's Heroes.
Oh, Stoke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one's
that's
like,
right.
the one.
Stosie's Heroes.
Dick,
So
Dick's
there's
at the back there.
he's got Dick Winters, he's got Lieutenant Spears, and there's a couple of other ones in there as well.
There's
Apparently,
Carwood Lipton's there, on the left, far left at the
Yeah,
back. I painted them.
but he's because we've been playing the last 3 weeks Operation Squad on Wednesday, so I dare say I'm probably going to get to face those this week. But that's 1,000 points for Operation Squad.
Yes,
1,
of
2,
course
3, 4, 5,
it's-
6, 7, 8,
yeah.
9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. Actually, it's probably more than 1,000 points. That's a whole evening of gaming, just there with that one. So no, he's cool. But yeah, I know he's been posting a few things. Like Kev's like you, Dom. He paints at a phenomenal rate, and as well, the amount of stuff he gets through is awesome, because he sort of paints up a lot for ball games and stuff as well. All of which I get to play, so that's quite cool.
Nice. I like the LMG guy. Really cool. This is Lee. This
Some
looks
Lord of the
something
Rings. There's
Lord of the
some
Rings
East, some
stuff, yeah.
Haradrim and some
Haradrim,
Easterling.
kind of sweet.
Normally the
I
guy
really-
you see on top of the old Dubry, innit, mine?
On the elephant thing.
Yeah, it is. But I really like the
The
other
icon.
guys, the kind of the merchant guards. I like the portly chaps with the massive scimitars.
Yeah, they are cool.
I think they look really, really cool. Really nice models. That's
Matt.
Matt Mayle. Yeah, that's Lord Brooke or Colonel Brooke. So more ECW.
Yeah, big wave of ECW on the site. Definitely seems to have picked up in a big way. Ooh, that's quite impressive work there. That's Paul.
Yeah, and it's so yes, and just nice to see some fantasy stuff. But I really like the banner.
Is that freehand? Is that freehand skull? It looks freehand to me. I don't look like a transfer.
Oh, the one in the middle. Yes, I think that probably is. Yeah,
That looks
like
freehand.
Yeah,
That's
it
really
looks like,
cool.
yeah.
Like dripping blood. Yeah, that is actually really cool.
really clever. Really well done. Envious of people who can do that. I can't. Stephen. Oh, this was Stephen winding me up. Yeah.
Yeah, there they are.
I've never seen so much posting about badgers and boroughs since this morning. It's extraordinary how many stories.
This is
Well,
great.
actually, they look kind of cool. I do like the look of them. He played a little. This was from one of his little battles he had between. So that's a war band, basically, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. And that's because he's got one large model, a couple of mediums, and then 3 small. So that's basically a whole warband. Yeah.
That hair is my favourite figure. It really is. The entire lot, that hair is my favourite figure.
I agree. Actually, I think he's awesome, isn't he? He looks broody and nice. I like him. Not that I'm buying him. I'm not.
6
this
mil.
got Ken all very excited, even though he sold all his 6 mil.
You are most welcome. No, I didn't. No. I still got my British 6 mil, my Britons, my ancients. They're still here.
You sure?
Even though, yeah. Even though that is a good point, I could make 40 quid on them. No, they're cool, man. They're cool. I like, he's actually gone to a bit of detail work there on 6 mil as well. Kushti. How them samurai coming on, boys?
The box, actually. They went back in the box. Mine did.
What about you, mine? How's samurai?
I've done my test ones. I've clipped them all, and they're all stuck on lollipop sticks, waiting for the Saturday where Hayley decides that she wants to go out for the entire day, and I'll do them in one day. That's my plan. And that's still my plan, to do the whole army in a single sitting.
I think you should live stream it. Just like no comment. Just stick it on a live stream.
No, because it will just be like it'll be like just people watching me go mental.
Speaking of scale, Travis, do you only play 28mm, or have you ever branched out into smaller scales?
I have 15mm stuff from Flames of War days, and I do want to get those on the table. But I would love to try some. I really want to do some 6mm, like really large scale ECW games, like the entire Battle of Shiloh, on one 6x4 table.
Yeah,
with 6mm stuff would be really fun, I think. But that's just a dream. I don't really have any plans to go there yet.
You should win Martin's competition.
Yeah,
you get a whole load of figures. There you go. Get quick
I forgot about that. I've got to do that tomorrow. Thanks for that. I'll do the draw for that.
I should keep you awake. Tony, look at those. Bloody hell, what are they?
They're from that new Curse City.
Curse City, yeah.
I just really like the dude on the left. I really like that. It's really cool. Is that his tongue? I thought it was smoking.
No, it's his tongue.
That's his tongue.
Okay. Okay.
Martin, is it just me, or should he be in some kind of Scandinavian black metal band?
I think he should be. Definitely should be fronting it.
Yeah.
He needs a black and white photo taken of him that's then been photocopied and overexposed 5 times for the cover of the video of the album. Sorry.
And the video's made for a budget of £3. Yeah.
Talk about heavy metal covers. I mean, this fella looks like he.
It's for Rangers of Shadow Deep.
Is this Kit Bash?
Looks like it. It's Warren's work again, isn't it? He does some amazing stuff. I think he said it was Kit Bash, but I can't quite him.
Because I was going to say the body looks like the stuff I got from Rogue Trader from Kill Team.
I love the skin tones on that. It's fantastic.
Yeah, he's nice.
I actually like the basing as well. Really cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Some more work from Andy. These are some of his casualties markers. I mean, really good. I love the work Andy's doing.
They are fantastic.
Top notch stuff. Carl's been busy. I see he challenged you, Travis, on the number of officers you need in your army. I saw he posted a picture of all the ACW officers he bought, but that's the start.
I probably have about seven officers, I think, maybe 8.
I don't know, and I love these. Those are this is Joshua's dad's army stuff. I mean, that's just superb. Really good. Really, really good. And I got to finish up with a bit of Franco-Prussian from Sean.
It wouldn't be you, Dom, if we didn't finish with Franco-Prussian.
When I come back from holiday, I'm going to finish that project off because it's just waiting to be done. There you go. Some really good stuff. As I say, not everything. Sorry, we couldn't show every picture because there were a hell of a lot of pictures. But get along to the Facebook page, post them up, and let's see what you've been working on. Show everyone else what you've been working on, because it's always good to share. Carl says, more news announcement of Victrix about upcoming 12mm Russians, World War II Russians. Okay, cool. Excellent. What else? Steve's with me. As bad as 40k. Bloody hamsters with crossbows. You're right, mate. Absolutely. Too bloody right. Too much of this weird shit going on.
Have you got?
Carl says he actually has 10 boxes of officers. Jesus Christ.
10 boxes. Okay.
What the hell are you trying to build?
You have. Tom, you might want to put a code up.
Yeah, good point. Talking about that. It is.
I just can't believe
so
how
reminder
quick time's flying.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? We're getting very tight. So reminder, if you want to get 10% off at Mezza's Miniatures for any of your V&V, Avon Post, and some of his other stuff that he's got up there. He's got some busts, some 54mm figures, I think, and he's also got some Greek independence figures as well. Really, really nice. If you put that code in, you'll get 10% off everything in the store.
Very nice.
Very nice indeed. We're all coming to the end, so any other questions for our guest here, Travis? It's been great to have celebrity guest on again. I mean, forget the Perrys, forget Rich from Lardy's. We've got the man who won the big award last night, or Saturday night. So, Travis, this is from Richard. He says, I'm sitting here starting to rebase my 6mm Waterloo Allied British Army to pay Snappy Nappy.
Oh.
Snappy Nappy. Okay.
I'll give you my address.
I wouldn't do that. Yeah.
Try it out.
Oh, Carl says he doesn't do busts. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I keep saying that, don't I? Jesus, I get in trouble from him as well. Jeez, I get in trouble from everyone. What else we got here? Stormer Still says, when are you playing O Group? I think you talked about this earlier, didn't you? You think about using your 15mm, Travis?
Yeah, I'll get it eventually. But that's another. I don't really have any 15mm terrain. I know Johnny's got a ton, so maybe I could borrow some from him. But I have a ton of 15mm armies, but only like 2 buildings and no trees, no 15mm roads, none of that. So that's going to be a whole nother project to get ready to start gaming in 15 again.
Yeah. This is why it's painful to change scales, isn't it? Because you've got all that terrain, and then you're like, damn, I've got to go out and buy it all again, but at a smaller scale. It's like, this is going to be
the problem when we start playing Chain Command at 15mm. I've got no 15mm scenery at all.
You will, sir.
Luckily, it's cheaper.
I will have to. Yes. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, the Chain of Command of 15mm is something I want to try too. It seems like it would be better in 15mm just because of the trying to set up the boards a lot of times. You're following the pint-sized campaigns. You try to cram those maps onto a 6x4 with 28s terrain. Everything's so squinched together that you don't have. It's not the same with a lot of the open spaces that you're supposed to have in the map.
Yeah. Well, when we had Lardy Rich on, he said it plays better at 15mm, didn't he? So he did say that.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I think that's kind of what I think I heard. It was designed for 15mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect 15mm.
Almost also say yeah. Which is annoying because I haven't got any 15mm World War II. I'm not going to start that. Jesus.
Not yet.
Not yet. Too right, Travis.
I have seen
I got 15mm Napoleon links, but no.
I have seen the Dom bunker. And yes, there's still room in there, Dom. There's got to be room to sit down. You can't just pile it in there. I'm sorry, you have to eventually make some space. Yeah, I don't know. 15mm would be good for that. Ask for it for Christmas, Dom. There you go. You got enough time then.
My birthday soon. I could ask for it then. There you go. I need somebody to paint it for me. My eyesight's too crap nowadays to paint those little buggers.
Oh no,
got the horse holders done, guys.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice, man.
One, but
four on a base.
Glued
4
together.
bases. Good plan.
Yeah, I can see it kind of bowing a little bit.
It's all the weight of the metal, mate.
We'll let it sit for a while.
You know it's good when it bends.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's not a good saying to live by, Ken. Just saying. If things bend, it normally means they're about to break.
Yeah, don't drop it, whatever you do.
That's another slogan for a T-shirt from Ken there.
Definitely.
Fantastic.
I've got the I've got the ultimate saying.
What?
Oh, don't.
No.
That's not happening. That's not happening. I'm telling you that now.
It's not happening. No.
That's not happening. That's vetoed. There you go.
Anyway, I think before this gets completely out of hand, I think we're coming to the end of the show. Thank you so much for everyone who watches. Thanks, Travis, for joining us for this madhouse. Appreciate
thanks for having
spending
me.
time
Thank you very much.
Travis.
on your day off as well. Blimey, Jesus.
No, it's great, man.
Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for all those who watch on the replay. If you get this far, really appreciate it. So next week we're going to have Steve is going to host.
Steve is going to host.
My word. Steve is going. Now he's got rid of his Steam manufactured run computer. He's going to do it himself. Fantastic. Good stuff. So that'll be on Point HQ's channel, obviously. So watch out for that. Don't know what the subject is. Oh, it'll be bolt action and well.
Yeah, of course it's going to be.
Of course it will.
Cod pieces. It'll be cod
pieces.
an hour and a half on cod piece theory. There's a band name for you.
Cod piece. That is an amazing.
My word. But thanks for watching, everybody. I won't be around next week. Well, I will be around, but I'm not going to be on the channel. So because I'm on holiday. So hope you enjoy Steve's premiership of running the stream, and we will see you soon. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.
Take care.
Bye.